Hi everybody, welcome back to Synthetic Biology 1. In this series, we present different opinions on the GMO debate. I know you've got your own opinions on this, but try to leave them aside for now and instead focus on 4 questions that will help us understand the many different sides of the debate and how they interact. Number 1, where does this opinion come from? Number 2, what is the author's relationship with GMOs? Number 3, what specific regulations or policies do they want? Number 4, how do they hope these regulations will achieve their broader goals? Today's opinion comes from ACF, Action contre la faim, or in English, Action Against Hunger. ACF is a global humanitarian organization created in 1979 with headquarters in 5 countries. From their website, ACF's mission consists of saving lives via the prevention, detection, and treatment of malnutrition, in particular during and following disasters and conflicts. They act for a world without hunger and to ensure that children and adults have access to sufficient food and water and are able to attain these with dignity. So, begin quotation. ACF's opinion on GMO food. As a humanitarian actor, ACF recognizes that for emergency response efforts to be effective, it must include prevention measures. For its food assistance intervention, ACF is highly dependent on donated food and currently has no informed choice as to whether to distribute GM foods or not. Systematically sourcing alternative suppliers is presently unrealistic as the majority of food aid derives from the USA. Not enough is known about GMOs to categorically state whether they will be harmful, harmless, or beneficial in some aspects to human health in the longer term. However, all studies published to date have shown no adverse health effects resulting from human consumption of genetically modified foods. Despite this fact, ACF will use the precautionary principle when implementing any food assistance programs and recommends the following. ACF prefers, whenever possible, to procure food locally or at the regional level as long as negative consequences on the market are limited. ACF could distribute genetically modified food because the food is used for relief operations and prevention of disasters. ACF is committed to making an effort to buy GMO-free products and to lobby for preferential use of the identified suppliers to donors. ACF will act in line with the principle of the recipient country, which will determine whether GM food will be accepted or not. If a recipient country clearly states that they are against GMO, we will act accordingly and prioritize local purchase. A threat of GM seeds being planted arises when food aid in the form of viable seed grains is distributed instead of milled or broken grains. This is especially true if the distributed grain is the preferred or traditional crop in the area and there is no parallel distribution program of suitable seed. ACF recommends avoiding this risk by rendering the food aid impossible for cultivation through, for example, the milling of grain into flour or grits. ACF will maintain this position until it can be proven that genetically modified food is harmful to health. ACF will not withhold any information concerning the nature of the food distributed. End quotation. So until next time, remember, don't hate me if you disagree with this opinion, and better yet, don't hate anybody.
Thank you.